Hey everybody, welcome back to Gaijin Gaiden. And this time around, I kind of want to talk about just sort of one of the inevitabilities of life here in Japan. And that is that you're never really going to, I think, have to be able to stop studying Japanese, no matter how good your Japanese gets. And I think to a degree this is true with, anytime a person goes from their country and they settle down and for the long haul and have to kind of make do and get by in a new language. You're always going to be learning something. But here, I mean, I think you probably at some point, if you really, really want to get Japanese down, you're never going to be able to have to stop spending at least some time with your nose in a book. And the reason I say this is I was talking with some people the other day, and I quickly found myself being told I was using a word that I have been using for years and years and years, that I was using it incorrectly. And this happens. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened. It's probably not going to be the last, but it's really one of those really galling ones where it's like, okay, I've been saying this for years. Wait, why is this all suddenly of a problem? Or wait, I've been saying this for years and nobody bothered to correct me? It's at times it's a little bit frustrating, but that's just how it goes. And the idea of always having to spend on that, I know granted after a certain point a lot of it becomes you can just sort of get what you can always learn more simply because you've got enough under your belt and you can just talk to people, and through that you will probably learn more and more quickly, and that's certainly true. But sometimes those technical explanations are really what you need, and you're not always going to be able to get someone to give you a clear explanation. I mean, I'm an English teacher. A lot of my job is people saying, well, how is this word different than this word? And sometimes there is no difference, it's just synonyms. And sometimes there's a very small difference in what they mean and how we use them, and it's not always easy to explain that. I was actually taking a look at one of this book I have recently, and this is actually quite a good one. Essential Japanese Vocabulary by Akira Miura. It does a really, really good job of sort of breaking down just various differences and like the subtle little differences in meaning, or the situations where, well, in this situation you would use this word, but in a slightly different situation you would have to use a completely different word. And it's those understanding those little differences that really, I think, demonstrate deftness in a new language. And sure, the idea of never being able to put the books down, not completely anyway. I understand that on some level that's probably a little bit depressing, but the way I prefer to think of it is that I get to live in Japan. I get to spend my time studying Japanese. This is what to think of it as a privilege in a way, because there are a lot of people out there that don't even have the free time I do to do stuff like this. I mean, sure, there are times when I'm tired, there are times when it's just like I just don't feel like this, or there are times when it's just sort of like you're just feeling a little bit fed up. I mean, I can't hold myself up as some sort of some grand paragon of studying. I try my best. Some days I just don't do so great on the studying front. And some days it's just like, man, I'm taking a day off. I've got fun things I want to do. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think as long as you're making a sincere effort, then, at least you're trying. At least you're making an effort. And if you do that, I think you'll learn at least something every day. And, little things add up. Every little bit helps. It's always been one of my mother's favorite sayings. And yeah, mom's right on that one. Absolutely she is. So, I guess that's everything that I had to say tonight. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Of course, you can also join me on Twitter at Gaijin Guided. Till next time, take care and have a good one.